like I was saying along, what exactly is chamber music? So notice that there's actually no conductor. So when do the players know the next section is going to come? So that's what we call chamber music. So for example, every once in a while in band, you always get yelled, or any ensemble get yelled by conductor. Guys, be on time. You're not on time. Here, come in 3, 4, bam, and you're still late. So how do you all overcome that? By knowing exactly who you play with. If you don't know who you play with, you are not going to be able to come on time, and you can spend 5 hours doing that, and you're still not going to be able to play on time. So, for example, in this piece, there's a lot of cues going on. So I'm not sure if you guys notice during the performance, a couple of the guys are giving the cues. For example, Daniel was giving a lot of cues. So it's Conrad and Ching Hong. So let's go back to this section, and we can watch how they cue. And this is really important for the participants. So you're going to cover this during the festival. Okay guys, can we take this is bar measure 88 to letter L. So notice Daniel is the gentleman standing in the middle. He will be doing a huge motion where everyone will follow. And the next one who's cueing everyone else will be Ching Hong. Alright? The next one will be Conrad. So let's take a look at that. Here we go guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and now we're gonna try an experiment where the members are not gonna look at Daniel for the particular spot. So we see what's gonna happen. So exactly this is what I'm talking about. So in band, for example, how many percussionists are there here? I'm assuming everyone, except for some families supporting it. Okay, so here we go. I'm playing a snare drum right now. So in the bass drummer and the timpani and the cymbal. So how many percussionists are there? 4. Okay, we have to come in a huge downbeat. So, if you have been playing for 30 over years with the same conductor, with the same fellow percussionist, you have no problem. You can shut your eyes and you can come in. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. So there's always one leader. Normally, it's always the timpanis. Not because it's the highest paid, but because it has the biggest hand motion that everyone can watch. So that's why Daniel always has a big hand motion where everyone can see. You don't have to look at him. You can glance his hand, hey, or he's lifting up. And it's not the impact that goes down. It's the hand going up. For example, 4, 1. If he does something like 4, 1, that means the speed is going to be fast. Okay, now let's take a look without the members looking at Daniel. This is my measure 88 again. So just look at try, just don't look at Daniel. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Yeah, so it eventually falls in place, but the first 2, 3 notes is not exactly accurate. But they are pretty experienced, so they can adjust really quick. But the money is the first note. That's where people pay a lot of money for you to be on time. So that's one way that we can actually overcome. In a small section, for example, you have a clarinet section coming in with a trumpet and percussion. So who do you look at? The clarinetist can be looking at the percussionist, the trumpet cannot be looking back. So you look for the person in front, the section leader. the role of section leader is always to lead the whole section. And as a principal player, you lead the whole ensemble together. Because principal player knows the part well. So that's basically what chamber music is playing in a chamber setting. Good. Now, Red Earth has a lot of, the composer didn't write for a lot of percussion instruments, he wrote only for like 3, basically we are doubling up, 2 players is covering one part. So the original part is 2 drums and 3 drums, right? So basically we are sharing 1 big drum and 4 small drums. So now one of the challenges that we face is playing together. Playing together is one thing, but playing together with instruments that pitch differently is another thing. For example, I mean, just sitting on a dinner table, you have everyone speaking different accent. This guy speaking Mandarin, the other one speaking Tamil, and another guy speaking Malay, the other one speaks German, Italian. So the whole thing is going to be really, really confusing. Even though, just imagine everyone says hello. You know, a Malay guy says hello, a Chinese guy says hello, a Deutsch guy says hello. It's the same word, but the character is different. And this is one thing that I actually faced when we decided to play this piece. The singularity of a sound. Now, singing, can you just hit the octave one? Yes, that one. Eliza, go. Just hit once. Okay. The pitch is different, but the character is the same. So that's one thing how we have to double up the instrument. Forgetting what name. One in? Okay. Now, obviously this bongo is louder than that. So the next thing about chamber music, which is difficult to tackle, it's balancing. So Suing's bongo is it's definitely a lot louder than Wan Lin's bongo. So in the context of piano, it's not just playing one guy playing soft or both guys playing soft. It's subjective piano. So in the range of piano, Suing will have to play a lot more soft, quieter than Wan Lin. So let's take a look at this part. This is measure right after C. Let's hear Wan Lin and Suing only. No, sorry. Let's hear player 2 and player 4. This is letter C. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Thank you. See, automatically we know that Suing sticks out a little bit because of the bongo. So how do we? So as a percussion ensemble in a chamber music setting, how do we balance that out? You can squeeze Suing to a minimal, as soft as you can play, but that's not going to work. So we have to work the other way around. We can make Wan Lin play louder. So let's get player 4 to play louder than player 2. So maintain, you can play a little louder from player 4. Let's say that. Let us see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Good. Thank you. Not right together, but balancing wise, it's much better. You can hear both sections. Now, Red Earth, as you can look at, see on my music, it all looks the same. Everyone's playing semi-quaver. So having 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, having 11 guys, 11 folks playing the same thing, it can be quite disastrous. So that's, and fortunately everyone here has a lot more experience. For example, if you go back to your school, you want to tackle, hey guys, I heard this Red Earth piece, let's put it together. So the first rehearsal can play together, everyone's having a different texture of semi-quavers. So we have to break it out into the structure, to the skeleton. So this is what we'll do. Can we go back to, let's plot again. That's part 18. 18? 18 to slightly after letter C. Take it up, take it up, take it up, take it up, take it up. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna put the 8 notes like what we did earlier on today. So what we are doing right now, we are stripping away the semi-quaver. So guys who are playing who's going to play the red earth, this is how you practice it. You strip off your semi-quaver, you put it your quaver beats there. So can we hear this? No semi-quaver, just play the 8 notes. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Thank you. So that's once. So normally my Tiffany professor David, he always have a saying, you know, you put it once, second time you're not going to be able to do it as well. So normally you do it 4 times in a row. So let's try this 4 times in a row. And the 5th time is going to be perfect. So we're going to break it out. First time, second time, third time, fourth time. That was the first time. Second time, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and. Now let's take 3 times a week. Third time, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.